Hello friends, welcome to EduSkills OET Made Easy. This is a very different approach to OET learning. I'd like to tell you how to fall in love with the OET subtest. Today, we'll be looking into reading part C. And today I'll be teaching you the strategies and tips for OET reading part C. Are you ready to travel with me? Let's have an experiential learning approach. Let's enjoy the personalized learning approach. So OET 2.0 Occupational English Test Subtest Reading Part C. So we are not going to practice reading Part C. We are going to enjoy reading Part C. Reading Part C, key skills. Okay, these are just for the beginners, and if there are beginners, don't worry. We will be giving you separate sessions, but then whatever you can grab in the process, you can grab today. It's basic 1 minute or 2 minutes in the beginning, basics, reading the subtest, part C. Reading subtest part C, you have 2 long passages. Both will be on healthcare topics, your familiar topics. And you have 8 MCQs, multiple choice questions into 2 passages, which means 16 questions with 4 options. So almost approximately 800 words and 35 minutes time, approximately. This part tests your ability to extract information, the important information from a paragraph, synthesize information, and to comprehend information from health-related documents. How far you are able to extract, synthesize, and comprehend and understand the information given in a text. Okay, reading part C, skills. 6 questions, comprehension of viewpoint or opinion, attitude, detail or the impressions, conclusions drawn, and 2 lexical questions. Give a definition of for the meaning of a word or a phrase. The one will be explain the meaning of the word in the context. And 6 different questions, as you know, just to have a glance at it. Detail or the impressions, attitude, opinion, conclusions drawn, vocabulary, and reference. These are known as lexical questions. And here in the beginning, you have focus. Ultimately, all these 4, detail, attitude, opinion, conclusion drawn, all this together focuses on the views and opinions of the writer. So an acronym could be Dr. Kovacsing. Okay, to remember all those types. Yes, but then ultimately we want to just see what is the focus. All these 6 different questions, main primary focus is to understand the views and opinions of the writer. Okay, lexical questions, sorry. So other 2 are lexical questions. In both the texts, you will have 2 questions, is lexical questions. But today we are going to focus on views and opinions of the writer. Again, day after tomorrow, Thursday at 10 a.m., we have special sessions as per your concerns posted in the mentor server. You will have a special session only on the lexical questions. So today we will be looking into views and opinions of the writer. Okay. As you know, signposts or clues used. You have to skim the text, search for clues, skimming and scanning. Make it very clear. Some of you have some doubts or confusions regarding skimming and scanning. Skimming means skipping, just going through headings, subheadings, numbers, so all those highlighted things, okay? And you're searching for those clues. Scanning means, as the word indicates, scan. When do you scan? Send a patient for scanning when you need to know the minute details about a particular condition. So scanning is reading for all the details, like minute details, reading in depth, whereas skimming is just going through the text so that you have a general idea of the text. So in the skimming process, you will be, as I told you, you'll be looking for the names of the person, device, or disease, or a condition, or body parts, whatever the names. Okay. Then you'll be looking for abbreviations, short forms of certain names. Then, as I told you, scale. Then definitely synonyms, synonymous language and paraphrasing, and comparison and contrast, types or classification, chronology, time expressions or sequential expressions, modal verbs, and numbers. As I told you, always remember numbers. If it is a single digit number, that will be written spelled out, like 6 will be SIX. Usually they don't present in number. Sometimes they might, but then you can also look for the spelled out number. Till 1 to 9, it will be spelled out. So you may not immediately find as a number. And the 2 digits will be definite number. So number or measurement and also percentage. Okay, percentage. Still, there are people who are using percentage with the digits. Remember always, don't ever make that mistake again. When you use digit, don't say 50% or 60%. That is wrong. You say 60%, 70%, 80%. But you can say when you are not using a digit, you can say percentage, a high percentage, low percentage, better percentage. So always in your discussions, I hear you saying percentage. That is wrong. 90% is wrong. 90%, P-E-R-C-E-N-T. Okay. And this is what you have to skim for. These are the basic things. This is a repetition. If you have gone through my videos or attended my previous sessions, definitely know. But you have to remember. Today, we'll be looking into all these things in the reading passages as we come across. And remember, if you have a pen and paper, I would like you to write down just now. I'll be giving a few seconds to you. Write down in the piece of paper these things so that when you go through the passages, you can write down those things. You can find out how many are there. So I hope you're writing down names. Just write the short form, whatever you want to. Abbreviations. Number 3, scale. Number 4, synonyms. Number 5, synonymous language. Number 6, paraphrasing. Number 7, comparison and contrast. Number 8, types or classification. Number 9, sequential expressions, chronology or time expressions. Number 10, modal verbs. Number 11, number or measurement. Number 12, percent or percentage. Hope you have written down. You require it is. Thank you. Thank you for writing down. Yes. And strategies and tips for question 7 to 22. Choose the answer A or B or C or D. Okay, 4 options, multiple choice. Which fits best? Okay, there will be better answers or good answers, but we need the best answer among them according to the text. And don't read your knowledge into the text. And I have seen even some of your queries and concerns shows that your knowledge, for example, when I give you a purpose statement, you ask questions in such a way that if you have seen a case note of pneumonia, if it is a known case, you think all the pneumonia cases are known case. No, need not be. So don't read your knowledge into the text. Never ever read your knowledge into the text. Keep your knowledge with you. Only according to the text, the answer should be selected. Okay, the other tip that you have is no thematic links between the two texts. Okay, between two texts, there are no thematic link. That's entirely different text there. But then within the text, there is a link I'll be explaining later. Scan the question for keywords, as you know, the QTA method, which is very familiar to you. Question, text, then answer. Then skip is the key for you. When you don't find an answer, don't stop. You have to skip. There is no other way. But skip and then you can return back. As you go on with the strategies, you'll have enough time left out to visit back. Okay, the QTA method, as you know, question, then you go to the text, read the question, don't read the answer options. You'll confuse yourself. Then go to the text, then to the answer options. And in the text, you immediately as you get the question paper, the text, you try to number the paragraphs. Otherwise, you'll be wasting time. Understand what is the nature of the text and what is the focus of the text, and identify the paragraph structures. As I told you, there are 4 types of paragraph structures. Identify which are the paragraph structures as you read, basing on the topic sentence, supporting sentence, and developing sentences. And organization, sequence, or structure. Organization or sequence or structure. Identify these things which you are going to practice now. Yes. And the strategies and tips, as you usually, search for clues. I said scale, that almost many of you means some few. I'm not going to explain that. You can go through the videos. You will find it again. Synonyms, executed, killed, murdered, assassinated, and slaughtered. All these are the synonyms of the word kill. Okay. And opinion. Now, main skill over here in part C is your ability to understand or distinguish between fact and opinion, or fact or opinion. So that's the basic thing today we are going to pass. Okay, now, yes, fact or opinion. When you're reading, it's important to be able to tell the difference between statements of fact and statements of opinion. Then only you'll be able to assess the major skill required here. They'll be asking you to identify the opinion of the author. So how to express your opinion? Using phrases that express an opinion and using model words. So these are the two ways how you can express your opinion. And fact or opinion. For example, Shalini, could you read this?
Yes, Father.
Yeah, loud.
Fact or opinion. I believe that the public health problem for vitamin D deficiency is quite significant. I would estimate minimum 25% of adults in United States, Europe, and probably even in Australia are vitamin D deficient. I mean, if you think about it, over 250,000 women in United States will develop breast cancer this year. Something like 50,000 will die. If 25% of those breast cancers would have been averted, prevented in some way, just by having a little exposure to sunlight, would have been really tremendous.
Okay. So you see how the opinion, I believe, the phrases used to express opinion. Probably means probability. It is not sure. I mean, if you think, could have been, would have been. All these are opinions. The very fact it says the passage speaks about opinions. Okay, and the key words to read for identifying opinion. When you read part C, the words like believe, think, argue, feel, opinion, view. Sometimes in a communicative English, you also use say, the word say. So all these words tell you this is the opinion. Okay. And formal and informal ways are there. Talking with friends, you can say I think or I believe. In a class or in a tutorial or writing academic articles, you use in my opinion or in my view. So the next one is modal verbs. As you know, modal verbs express opinion. Can, past tense could, may, might, shall, should, would, should. Would, okay, there is a mistake here. Would be, yeah, should is not there. There's a mistake, repetition there, typing mistakes. Okay, and the statement says, 50,000 will die is the fact, but then 50,000 might die is the opinion. When you say 50,000 will die, means you are sure. It's a factual statement, which usually you cannot say, speculating something. 50,000 might die is an opinion. That's what the difference you should be able to make, with difference between opinion and fact. And these things very sure for you. Present tense of modal verbs can is good. It shows ability, possibility, or permission. May, might, possibility. Should is advice, recommendation, or suggestion. Must is necessity and obligation. And present tense can, ability, possibility, permission. Of course, I can swim. I'm an Indian. I can swim means shows my ability. May, possibility. May I start now? Yes, you may. I permit you. I may have night duty today. These all possibilities. Okay. Should you look unwell, you should see a doctor. Should means it's not must. You should see a doctor means I am advising you, suggesting, recommending that you see a doctor since you are not well. Even if you don't see, I'm not going to punish you or penalize you because it's recommendation or advice. Must means necessity or obligation. Drivers must obey the rules. Okay, road rules. If you don't obey, definitely you'll be penalized. You'll have to pay the fine. So must is always obligatory, mandatory. Okay. And one example, if you want, you might have seen this paragraph. Trees are lovely means opinion. Okay, they make oxygen means fact. We should all plant one. It's a suggestion. We should. It's not must. It could change the cities by providing more shade. This is prediction or speculation about the future. So that's an opinion. Yes. Now coming back to today's topic. Okay, alcohol is today's topic. I'm going to suggest you a new method, not only a new method, additional method. Already I told you about first method. This is one of the best methods for reading and learning for any of the students. Now, first, I'll not be explaining the whole method today. If required, we can have a different session for that. But I'm going to tell you first and second spellings. First method means it's a reading method. First doesn't mean first, second, that first, not the sequential order. This is for FIRST is the acronym. F stands for foreseeing, I stands for investigation or inquiry, R stands for reading, S stands for speaking out, T stands for teleprinting. Teleprinting means writing. You don't require those things. I'll give you only foreseeing and inquiry or investigation. Okay, so first one is foreseeing. What do you know about alcohol? What do you know about alcohol? Just imagine, don't speak out now. You might know many things about alcohol, whether it is good, bad, all those things. You have to foresee, you have to associate. Association and visualization are the topmost skills in retaining your things, what you have learned. So try to visualize, try to associate. For example, as soon as you say alcohol, you might remember some figures in your mind who represent addiction, or maybe your neighbors, or you have seen in a movie or in a reality show, whatever. So we try to visualize and associate. And now the topic is alcohol and cancer. So what do you understand? What do you get into your mind when you speak of alcohol and cancer? So alcohol, the second step when it goes to first one is foreseeing. Foreseeing means just try to associate what you know with what you know, and try to foresee what will be in the paragraph in the text from the knowledge that you know. Inquiry or investigation is what about alcohol. You'll have to ask all these questions: what, who, how much is bad, how much of drinking is bad, how many packs you can drink, and why, and which, and all these when your four brothers and a sister. So you can what type of alcohol, or who has to drink, to the young children, kids, or elderly, adults. Can adults drink more? Why should you drink? And why alcohol causes cancer? And when, at what age alcohol will cause cancer? All those things. So just asking various questions on the topic is what you call investigation or inquiry. So seek next step. This is just for a new practice. You have to do it. As of now, we cannot do everything. Try to do these step by step practice. First, you sit, look at the topic. What is the topic? If you have a heading, just click up on the heading and jot down whatever you know about alcohol. Then you look into the topic alcohol and cancer. So just try to understand or visualize what you know about alcohol and cancer. Maybe you have seen some cancer patients who are alcoholics and all those things. Okay. One sec. So you may be able to say, like, when you speak of alcohol, packs, a glass of wine, how much you have to drink, which brand, type of alcohol, quality, all those things, price, cost. Okay, all these things will come to your mind. Result, what happens after drinking? More you drink, what happens? You become an addict. All these things you can just bring to your mind in general and try to write down something. Presume there is something. All these things will be there in the paragraph or in the text. Maybe those things are there. Maybe sometimes you are wrong in certain points. Even if it is in the text, even if it is not in the text, when it is in the text, your mind will say, "Oh, I am right." When it is not contrary to the text, what the text speaks, you will definitely grasp it better, saying that's okay, I was wrong when I presumed this will be the content of the paragraph. Okay, so focus of the text. As I told you, again, I tell you, unless you go step by step in reading part C, it is a detailed reading. You have to understand the text very fast. So you have to practice with patience step by step. First of all, you have to see what is the focus of the text. That means main idea or concept presented by the author in the particular text, or the theme of the essay or the article that you are reading. This is what you have to understand first, not the paragraph by paragraph, but the general idea focus. Okay. So the focus, main idea, theme of this particular paragraph or article or text, alcohol and cancer, what should be the focus? What can be the focus? What can be the main idea? What is the theme? So could you just, if you're familiar with the chat box, kindly put into the chat box what will be there in this particular text. Could you just type down if you're familiar with typing? Some of you. If you unmute again, it will be disturbing. That's why I want to save the time. So just type down in the chat box what do you understand? What do you think will be there in the alcohol and cancer text? This is the heading of the text. What do you think will be given in the text? Everybody, whoever is familiar, you have to start chatting. Okay, at least in the Q&A session, you start chatting, so it becomes easier. Later, if you are going live, you will not be able to speak. So just type down what will be there. Okay. Effects of alcohol, very good. Okay, complications due to alcohol, cirrhosis of liver. Okay, plenty of ideas. Yes, yes, yes. Complications again. Yeah, cirrhosis of liver, effects of alcohol, how it is related to cancer, and why do people take alcohol? Okay, reason for alcoholism, alcohol abuse, cause of cancer, alcohol abuse, cause of cancer, effects of health, effects on health. Okay, relationship between drinking alcohol and cancer, complications of alcoholism, alcohol-related side effects and cause cancer, disadvantages, percentage of people who consume alcohol, how does it affect the body, addiction, health effects of alcohol. Okay, relationship between alcohol use and incidence of cancer, how to prevent cancer, side effects and management, addiction, withdrawal symptoms, alcohol. Almost everything is there. Thank you, thank you. Plenty of suggestions are coming in, and damn sure you will find all these things. But most of these things are available in this particular paragraph, so you know what is going to come. Where do you find the main idea? Okay, where do you find the main idea? In the introduction or the first question will give you some idea about the thesis statement or the main idea of the whole thing. So sequence based on focus. Today's paragraph, let me just check whether I can find it to share with you. Is the passage visible to you?
Yes, Father.
No, right?
Yes,
Father.
Not the slides. I don't think I'll just share it. Okay. I'll just show you the passage. Okay. This is the passage, how it looks. Relation between alcohol and cancer. Okay, text one, that is the heading. This is a paragraph, this is a passage. Okay. This long. And these are the questions, you know. You can see, right? One can answer.
Yes, Father. Yes, Father.
Okay. Now the thing is, like, for example, in this I might not be taking all the questions depending on the time. You know, at the end, starting from if you would like to, till here, there is no question at all. That's why I said if you can read focused reading, you need not waste time at all. The whole part, this part, maybe 1/4 of the text has no answer, no questions from this part. So maybe just reading without looking into the question, that will be simply reading all those unnecessary things. Okay, fine. I'll get back to my. Yes. Now you see this is a sequence. Able to see my slide again, right?
yes,
Yeah. Sequence based on focus. You see?
Yes.
You're able to see, right?
Yes, Father.
Yes.
Yes, Father.
So para one speaks. First paragraph speaks about alcohol causes cancer. The fact. It's speaking about a fact. Then second para speaks about causative mechanisms. Means how does the alcohol cause cancer? Third paragraph speaks about harmful effects of cancer, and many of you harmful effects of alcohol. Many of you have identified these things. Effects, that is negative effects of alcohol. Then para 4 speaks and health benefits of alcohol. You know, definitely as you speak about alcohol and bad effects or if bad side effects or problems with associated with the negative effects of alcohol, the drunkards will definitely argue there are a lot of health benefits of alcohol. Definitely, you can take moderate alcohol, moderate drinking, social drinking, all those arguments will be there. So that para 4 speaks about that. And when you have general ideas like this, and when you know the sequence, easily you will be able to understand the theme of the text or the particular paragraph, then you will understand really you point at the answer which you require. So para 5 speaks about informed decision about alcohol consumption. Means a caution is given there. So what you have to do is first while skimming, or even if you are going to read try to identify the focus or the base or the theme of that particular paragraph. As I told you, if you can identify the topic sentence, then that is the theme of the paragraph. So you'll be able to understand the concept very easily. So sequence. So questions are given like this. 7th one is stress, air pollution, and sitting at your desk as examples of. That is the first question. The Cancer Council Australia now believes that. So what clue you have here? Cancer Council of Australia. This is the name. So immediately you have to search for the name in the particular paragraph. As you know, it's always progressive. You need not go to the previous paragraph for searching, but it goes progressively. Maybe there are two questions from the same paragraph, but you will not go to the previous paragraph. So that's what I said. The clue or signpost for you is Council of Australia, Cancer Council of Australia. Immediately you have to go to the Cancer Council of Australia name in the passage, and now believes that the opinion of Cancer Council of Australia. And definitely there will be some tricky things. One more council or one more name is given. They give another opinion of that particular organization also. So don't confuse between these two. That's the trick they play. And if you understand all these tricks, they are same repeated in almost all the leading texts in the same manner. So 9th one speaks about which one of the following statement is not true, which means out of 4, 3 will be true as per the paragraph, whereas 1 will not be true, which you can make out just by assessing the 4 answer options if need be, or when you know the topic sentence, you know what is going to happen or what's going to be explained in that particular paragraph. Number 10, what are positive mechanisms? I told you, definitely you know where it is, which paragraph, and you know the sequence. And number 11, question 11 speaks about what statement best describes the belief of the researchers. Belief of the researchers, again, I believe. Belief means opinion. Okay. The Cancer Council advises that. Again, the name is there, advice. Okay. So there will be some advisory, should, all those expressions. So the National Health and Medical Research Council, see, like the Cancer Council Australia, there is one more name given, the National Health and Medical Research Council. So this way it goes. Guidelines suggest, again suggestion. It's not must, but should. So some suggestions will be there. This is the sequence of the questions, which you can easily identify as you go through the questions. Yes. Okay. Sorry. One second. It's not there. Don't take that. Don't mind it. Yes, I get back here. Okay, this is a question. Yes. Stress, 7th one is stress, air pollution, and sitting at your desk as examples of dash. Okay, then immediately you have to come here, mounting evidence that alcohol causes cancer. The first focus of the first paragraph. Mounting evidence shows that drinking any amount of alcohol will increase your risk of developing cancer. What does it really mean for those of us who like it? Stress, air pollution, just sitting at your desk. It seems that every time we look at the news, that is within commas, I told you that can be just striked out. You need not even read that. Researchers have found yet another aspect of our lives that could be killing us. Okay. So these things are given. Stress, air pollution, and sitting at your desk is given exactly here. Immediately you have in the beginning itself, you have answer where you have a seek one clue, signpost, another aspect of our lives that could be killing us. Okay, another aspect of our lives that researchers believe could be killing us. So here, researchers found this. So researchers have found. Found is almost synonymous of believe. So yet another aspect of our lives that could be killing us. Could be says it is belief, opinion, modal verb. So this is what I said here. The time sequence or the sequential expression another and could be, could, the modal verb clearly tells you this is the answer. So you should be able to practice with this gradually and immediately you will identify the answer. And how long you require just to identify this answer? It's in the very beginning, second sentence of the text. And it will be having further explanation on that. Okay, see. another that could be killing us. Stress, air pollution, just sitting at your desk. All these things are very clearly given here. Okay, sequential expression, this is what I told you. And modal verb here. Yes, that is the signpost or telling you here is the answer. Okay, that's why I said you should be able to skim and for these signposts or clues. Now, modal verb, I told you, sequential expression. Now the modal verb would. That is the indication to the answer. The eighth question, the Cancer Council Australia now believes that. Again, you have believes means opinion of Cancer Council of Australia, the name. I'm not reading the whole paragraph. I hope you don't require to read it as you go through or when the video is uploaded. You can practice this, otherwise it will take a lot of time. So today I'm trying to tell you how to look into the signpost, immediately locate the answer. You know, Cancer Council of Australia, as there is a name given in the question, immediately you have to jump into the name in the paragraph. Nothing else you need to do. Here is the name. So read only what is given with the name. The Cancer Council of Australia has the debate when it highlighted the risks of one item many of us regularly consume, that's alcohol. Based on an internal review of the latest evidence, the Cancer Council says, see, I told you, says also will be used as a opinion marker. It is now irrefutable that alcohol use causes cancer. It is irrefutable. It is undeniable. The synonym is being used. Undeniable, irrefutable is the synonym. It is irrefutable that alcohol use causes cancer. So it is not at all believable, or it's not established fact that alcohol. So the Cancer Council says it is now irrefutable that alcohol use causes cancer. So you cannot refute it. It causes cancer. We are sure alcohol consumption will cause cancer. So easily you can jump into the answer. The first one is the correct answer. Hope that is clear. We'll get back to you if you need a further reading of any of the slides. We will come back to it. I'm approaching in a different way today. Otherwise, we used to read the whole paragraph. But then I thought you'll be able to go into the video later when I upload and practice or look into the particular text. I can post you the text in the group. You can practice it again and again. Yes, so that we save time. See, the signpost for question 8 is name, the Cancer Council of Australia, Cancer Council of Australia, and opinion, the two words expressing opinion, believe and says, and synonym, undeniable, in the answer, option A, irrefutable, okay, in the text. And scale used, any amount at the beginning of the paragraph, and more than 500 cases, all those things are there. That's not required. We'll get into the next answer, then we'll find out. Okay. So 9, which one of the following statement is not true? What you have to find out is which is false as per the paragraph. So here you can, as you have to go after the reading the question, you have to go to the text, understand the gist of it. But then here, let me just explain to you how to, once you go to the text and come back to the options, just see which is not true. Now the focus is alcohol causes cancer, positive mechanisms. How does alcohol cause cancer is the topic or focus of this paragraph. So it is not the first time that researchers have received warnings about alcohol and cancer. So it is given here. It is not the first time is given. We'll get back to that. Second one, B, alcohol consumption can cause cancer of the mouth, larynx, pharynx, esophagus, bowel, and breast. So that is mentioned here. All these things, mouth, larynx, all these things are mentioned here. Third one, there is evidence that alcohol consumption causes 22% of breast cancers in Australia. I told you number. Immediately you can see here number. Jump into the number and find out what they have said. Verify, cross-check whether it is there in the. And tobacco and asbestos are less likely to cause cancer than consumption. Cancer than consumption. If you remember, in my session on elimination method, I told you if some particular sentence in the answer option is grammatically not correct, that's going to be the answer. If you remember, when you don't find the answer, I gave you one elimination method is that if you have not watched, you can go and watch. I'll give you that in the description of the link to the elimination method. In that particular session, I told you in the video, I have explained how when particular sentence or answer option is grammatically incorrect, that's going to be the answer. Now you read this: tobacco and asbestos are less likely to cause cancer than consumption. It doesn't mean actually, it doesn't, there is no proper meaning. There is no syntax, proper grammatical connection in between the words. See, likely to cause cancer than consumption. What is consumption? You cannot say consumption. What does it mean? So tobacco and asbestos is not our focus at all. We are speaking about alcohol. So are less likely to cause cancer than consumption. So immediately you can understand grammatically this is not a good sentence, proper sentence. So this is going to be the answer. Even otherwise, from the paragraph you can understand this is the answer. Okay, I'll be explaining that. Yes. See, to make it more readable, I'm putting it in another way. So which is not true. See here. Yes, all these facts are given, definitely positive, just as certain as for tobacco or as asbestos. Just as certain as for, so it's just telling like tobacco and asbestos, cancer also will cause cancer. So this has no meaning here. It's not complete sentence at all. Okay, so you see, comparison here, as certain as, contrast here, less likely, X as certain as, or definitely. Here it is given definitely, whereas in the options it is given less likely. Okay, as certain as, less likely here. So it is given here definitely, the contrast. Okay, see, less likely is a contrast, as certain as, comparison is. And once again, I'm highlighting those things. Grammatically incorrect answer, not true. I told you, explained in the elimination method, tobacco and asbestos are less likely to cause cancer than consumption. This doesn't actually give meaning. So it's not a complete good sentence. So definitely that is going to be the answer when they ask which is not true. Classification paragraph structure, you can know from the topic sentence. Professor Ian Oliver, Cancer Council CEO, says the evidence shows that alcohol has a strong association with various cancers. It speaks about there is strong association. Okay. And 10th one, what are causative mechanisms? Okay. And don't worry, if you don't understand, we'll be coming back to those paragraphs. Just now, I am focusing only on the strategies, how to identify the things. In the same paragraph, you have one more question. What are the causative mechanisms? Mechanisms means how does alcohol cause cancer? Same paragraph. So the referent question. This is a referent question, you know. Causative mechanisms is here, that is highlighted in the question and bold. So definitely in the paragraph also that will be highlighted in bold. Immediately you can jump into that particular phrase. Then, you know, causative mechanisms, Oliver explains, which simply means ways that alcohol can trigger cancer, which simply means. So what are causative mechanisms? What is the meaning of causative mechanism? The answer is directly there, which simply means ways that alcohol can trigger cancer. See, easily you can find the answer just jumping into a referent question. The lexical questions, immediately it will be typed bold in question as well as in answer. So immediately you can jump into it, which will be looking into it on Thursday. Okay, 11th one, which statement best describes the belief of the researchers? Again, the opinion. So harmful effects of cancer, belief of the researchers. No, you have to read the whole paragraph. Can somebody read it for me? Let's just try.
Yes, harmful effects of cancer. Alcohol increases level of sex hormones and the occurrence of some concerns. For instance, estrogen is strongly linked to breast cancer. There are a lot of calories in alcohol, so its consumption can contribute to obesity, which is a known risk factors for several types of cancer, including breast and bowel. At present, it's hard for a researcher to say exactly how much a glass of wine a night would increase your individual risk of developing cancer. What they do know is that the more we drink, the greater our risk of cancer. And it doesn't matter whether you drink spirits, wine or beer. All alcohol is equal when it comes to cancer risk. The quality or cost of the beverage is also irrelevant, as it's the alcohol content that is the key. So, drinking only expensive wine won't reduce the negative health effects.
Thank you. So you see, immediately in the here you have the clue is the more you drink, the greater the risk of cancer. More, greater. You have degree there, comparison there, scale there. So definitely that's going to be the answer, you know, but we will just analyze it. Yeah. Which belief? Now you see, a glass of wine a night increases the individual risk of developing cancer. It says it is hard for researchers to say exactly how much a glass of wine a night would increase your individual risk of developing cancer. It is hard, means you cannot say, it's very difficult to say. So, but then option A says a categorical statement. It's not a belief. A glass of wine a night increases your individual. This is factual statement. That's why I said you should be able to differentiate between fact and opinion. Here in the question, they are asking for opinion of the researchers. The belief, I told you, belief is the word phrase used for expressing opinion, belief of the researchers. Second one speaks, the type of alcohol you drink may affect your risk of cancer. So may, there is a model verb, but then in the paragraph it is said, sorry, it doesn't matter. See, B, it doesn't matter whether you drink spirits, wine, or beer. The type of alcohol, it doesn't matter. It says it doesn't matter here, but then here it says may affect your risk of cancer. The opposite is given. And again, D says the quality and cost of the is also relevant. The spelling is sentence is not correct. I feel it is a mistake, typing mistake probably, maybe from my part. Even otherwise, it says relevant. You know, quality and cost of the alcohol is relevant. But then the passage says the quality of cost or cost of the beverage is also irrelevant. So you see a contrast. Opposite is given in the passage. So these three cannot be. The more you drink, what they do know. See, the expression here is what they do know. Okay, what they do know is that more you drink, more we drink, the greater our risk of cancer. So what do they know is their belief. They know it. It may not be real fact, but then that's not their knowledge. So it is here. Okay. Yes. Let's check. Okay, scale is used here. See, scale, greater, more, comparison. And it's hard for researchers, the belief of the researchers. Contrast, irrelevant. Okay, irrelevant here. Yes. So signposts, what are the signposts being used in this paragraph to find out, locate the answer? Synonymous language. The belief of the researchers, what they do know. They means researchers, what they do know. They means researchers, there's a reference. So the belief of the researchers, the synonymous language used in the text is what do they do know. Classification, paragraph structure, that is topic sentence. This is TS, okay, topic sentence. Classification, paragraph structure. Professor Ian Oliver, Cancer Council USA says the evidence shows that alcohol has a strong association with various cancers. The very topic sentence, first sentence tells you it's going to speak about alcohol causing various cancers. Okay, the Cancer Council advises. So the question 12 is, the Cancer Council advises that. Please mute. Okay, could somebody read it for me? The Cancer Council is the name, so you can jump into the Cancer Council name to locate the answer. Advices. So what is advice? It's not mandatory, it's only advice. Yes. Could somebody read the paragraph for me?
Health benefits of alcohol, but what about the heart health benefits of alcohol? Well, the evidence is inconclusive and potentially flawed at present. The Cancer Council says adding the National Heart Foundation advise against drinking red wine or any type of alcohol to prevent or to treat heart disease. The message to consumers is that there is no evidence to suggest there is a safe level of drinking when it comes to cancer. However, given that the risk increases with amount, the Cancer Council suggests that anyone who wants to drink should stick to the National Health and Medical Research Council guidelines. No more than 2 standard drinks a day for healthy men and women. A standard drink is usually described as the equivalent of 100 ml of wine or 285 ml of beer, but it can vary depending on the alcohol content of the beverage.
Thank you. Now I want to tell you one thing, how you will be tricked. Now I said the name is the clue or the signpost for you to immediately locate, go to the location where the answer is given in the paragraph. The Cancer Council advises that. The Cancer Council is here, says. Advises means says, or both these are opinions or suggestions. It's not mandatory. Adding that the National Heart Foundation advises against. Now you see one more name is given here. The National Heart Foundation advises against drinking red wine or any type of alcohol to prevent or treat the heart disease. See, so the second option is the benefits of drinking red wine to prevent or treat heart disease is conclusive. This is of National Heart Foundation, not of Cancer Council. After a comma, they have given saying that adding that the National Heart Foundation advises against. It's not the Cancer Council advising, it's the National Heart Foundation advising. That's the B option. So probably it's possible that you will choose this one. So be sure when there are two names, this is the same trick followed in all the texts of OET. So if there are two names, make sure which particular name is giving that advice or suggestion. Okay. So here, there are many health benefits of alcohol, but then you know what the contrast begins with a contrast. This is mine. Okay. This is not there in the text. This is some focus or the gist of the paragraph given by me. The paragraph starts with but what about the heart health benefits of alcohol? Well, the evidence is inconclusive. Means benefits are inconclusive, not sure. It's not found out. It's not concluded. It's not confirmed. So very first topic sentence says it is not confirmed. Evidence is not confirmed. So anything that is conclusive or confirmed is not going to be the answer, not going to be the taste and texture or the focus or the theme of this paragraph is inconclusive. Benefits are inconclusive. Harms are or causing cancer is conclusive. Conclusive means confirmed. Inconclusive means not confirmed. So benefits are not at all confirmed is the topic sentence what it says. So the whole paragraph will explain with supportive sentences and developing sentences that the benefits, health benefits of cancer is not concluded, it is not sure. So here, the evidence that alcohol can prevent or treat heart disease is inconclusive. You have, there is no evidence to suggest that, okay, not that one. Inconclusive, where you have, one second, I'll go to the next one. It will be more clear over there. Yes, see. Yes, inconclusive. The evidence is inconclusive. The Cancer Council advises that the evidence that alcohol can prevent or treat heart disease is inconclusive. So we'll get back to the other options. C opposites. One is correct answer. B is conclusive. C inconclusive. See, C says inconclusive. B says conclusive. So it can never be correct because the very topic sentence says inconclusive. Okay, there are many health benefits of alcohol. There are many health benefits of alcohol is a factual statement, but then the question is asking for advice. Okay, it's not a fact, it's an advice. So you have to be able to differentiate between advice and fact. There are many health benefits of alcohol is a factual statement that can never be the answer because it's speaking about an advice. And the topic sentence says the benefits are inconclusive. But then the option C says conclusive, which is just opposite. So it cannot be correct. And the C option is the correct. The evidence that alcohol can prevent or treat a heart disease is inconclusive, not confirmed. there is a safe level of drinking 1 or 2 standard drinks a day when it comes to cancer. But then it doesn't say about the safe level. There is no evidence to suggest there is a safe level of drinking. So there is no evidence. So it says there is no evidence to suggest safe level of drinking. But then this says it's a factual statement, there is a safe level of drinking. It's just opposite. So only this goes with the paragraph, and that is clearly given in the topic sentence itself. If the topic sentence says if it is inconclusive, then no conclusions or factual statements can be drawn from that particular paragraph. So if you are sure about the difference between opinion, advice, suggestion, and factual statements, then immediately you can confirm the answer. So contrast is A, B, and D. A, B, and D are just contrasting the very topic or focus point inconclusive, telling it is concluded or conclusive or confirmed. Signpost, name, Cancer Council, we told you, when there is a name given of anything in the question, immediately jump into the paragraph and identify the name by skimming. Then you have the answer along with that name. Contrast begins with the word but. The whole paragraph begins with the word but. Their Cancer Council advises that, that is a question, there are many health benefits of alcohol, but in the text it says, topic sentence says, the evidence is inconclusive. So you cannot say there is benefit. It's not confirmed. B says the benefits of drinking red wine, but in the text, who advises it? It's not the Cancer Council. It is the advice of National Heart Foundation. So you cannot say it is the advice of Cancer Council. And the C, the evidence that alcohol can prevent or treat heart disease is inconclusive. Topic sentence says it is inconclusive. So that's the answer, and it's given in the very topic sentence. D, there is a safe level of drinking. There is no evidence to suggest there is a safe level of drinking that is given in the text. So everything is clearly mentioned, and just looking, if you are expert in it, looking at the topic sentence itself, you can find out the answer. Now coming to a sort of scale question. The National Health and Medical Research Council guidelines suggests, again suggestion. See the highlights, you can see more than 2. See, when you speak of maybe our Shiroj brother or CG brother will be able to understand this better. When you speak of drinking, they think of how many pecks. Okay, how many pecks did you have? That is a common criteria, common conversation that people will have, men will have. So I don't know, women maybe now advanced, you might have the same conversations. I am not very familiar with you. Sorry for that. And here you can see drinking more than 2 standard drinks a day. What is the guideline? How much you can drink? And 100 ml of wine or 285 ml of beer a day. At least 2 standard drinks a day. 2 standard drinks, drinking 2 standards of drinks a day or less. Now you see the whole process, you can see the scale. How much should you drink? But then the topic sentence or the main introduction itself says health risk is sure. The alcohol consumption causes cancer is concluded and sure. Health benefits are not at all concluded. There is a contrast between 2 paragraphs. So here it is asking, saying the National Health and Medical Research Council guidelines suggest, there is a suggestion, if at all you have to drink, how much you have to drink. And you can see here, immediately you can go to this particular name. That's why I said you need not read the whole paragraph. Immediately, if the name is given in the question, immediately you can launch into that particular location where the name is given. When you skim, you have to identify names. That's what I told you. The National Health and Medical Research Council guidelines. No more than 2 standard drinks a day for healthy men and women. Drinks, 2 standard drinks a day or less. No more than means 2 or less than 2. So this D is going to be the answer, but we will be explaining it again. CPEX, okay, all those. I just wanted to give an idea. I have already explained that. I need not go again. Okay. Yes. Now Health Council, see, suggests more than 100 ml at least drinking 2 standard drinks a day or less. See here there is a however, just before the National Health and Medical Research Council, the name guidelines, which says there is a contrast happening than what you said in the beginning of the paragraph. So National Health and Medical Research Council name is there. Then you have the scale name is given here, and contrast is given. However, then scale more than 2, no more than 2, 2, at least 2. Okay. So how they give you an idea of answer. See, scale you should be able to understand. More than 2, drink more than 2 pecks. No more than 2 means no, it's a stress giving, no more than 2. Then 2 means exactly 2. At least 2 means at least 2 I must have. So there's a scale expression in the whole thing so that you can locate the answer. Signpost given, then name is the National Health and Research Medical Council, so that immediately you can launch into the particular portion of the paragraph to identify or locate the answer. Then contrast begins with the word but. The whole paragraph begins with the word but. So in the question, the National Health and Research Council guidelines suggests drinking more than 2 standard drinks a day. More than 2 standard drinks. In the text, it is given more than 2 standard drinks. And A option, B option, drinking 100 ml of wine or 285 ml of beer a day. 100 ml of wine or 285 ml of beer a day. Now, that's what I told you. This is the right answer. Means this is exactly given here. And 2 standard drinks means this. The paragraph explains 2 standard drinks means 100 ml of wine or 285 ml of beer. But then that is not the answer. 2 standard drinks means this, but that is not the answer. Let's see. C says drinking at least 2 standard drinks a day, and at least 2 standard drinks a day. That's given in the text. And here, last one, drinking 2 standard drinks a day or less. No more than 2 standard drinks. This is synonymous language being used here. Synonym, drinking 2 standard drinks a day or less. No more than 2 standard drinks is the synonymous language being used. So that means the same. So that is going to be the answer. And you have the scale here, the whole scale expressions. Okay. This is what I told you, the focus. No, in the A part, I told you this particular in the part A, and I explained to you the session or explained the part A strategies. I told you there is a focus or a sequence between 4 texts in part A. Something similar to definition, clinical assessment or diagnosis, nursing, medication management, and all those things I explained to you. It can be monitoring the other one. So here also in the part C, similar way, there is no thematic link between 2 texts, but then within the text, between the paragraphs, there is a clear thematic link, as I explained to you. There is a sequence between the paragraphs. So if you understand the first and second paragraph, or when you understand the first paragraph and get the answer for the first question, easily other paragraphs are connected, interlinked, and you can understand them better. So always focus on the sequence. Okay, fine.